against India's VINKA. And what a contest we have in prospect here between two incredibly talented individuals. Let's get their official introductions.
We start the final bout in women's 60 kg. Please into the red corner. From Kazakhstan, Zhuldyz SHAYAKHMETOVA.
So here comes the boxer from Kazakhstan, Zhuldyz SHAYAKHMETOVA, 18 years of age, comes to the boxing ring as a 2021 National Youth Championship gold medalist at 60 kilograms. She took 2 consecutive junior titles in 2019 and 2018 at 60 and 57 kilograms. She's preparing for a 4th bout of the tournament here. Had a bye in the first preliminary round, but has been pretty controlled. And her fights so far, only one of them has been a split decision, and that was a 4-1 split in her favor over Daniela Golino in the round of 16. In the semi-final, she beat Dilfuza Bekova with a unanimous points display, 29-28 for all 5 judges, but it was a terrific lead left hand that she used in round 1 and 2. Lost in round 3 after taking repeated right crosses from Bekova, but by that time she had insurance in the can. And coming up from the bottom half of the draw, or the opponent in the blue corner is from the bottom half of the draw, in her semi-final, VINKA beat Veronika Gajdova of the Czech Republic, boxing in burst using hooks at mid and short range. Pressure boxer once again, that style that has characterized so many of the Indian boxers. And VINKA comes in as the 2019 Asian Youth Championship gold medalist at 64 kilograms. We have judges from Mongolia, Guatemala, Scotland, Azerbaijan, and Sri Lanka. In addition to that 2019 continental title in the 64 kilogram light welterweight division, she was also a national titleist that year in the same weight class in the year before as a junior, took national gold at 63 kilograms. So here we are in the 60 kilogram lightweight division. It is Kazakhstan against India for World Championship gold. 2 of the 4 nations who sent a full complement of 20 boxers here, along with Poland and Russia.
Good one. Close guard, close guard.
So the final check of the equipment, gum shield in place, head guard strapped in position. Salutation of peace from the Indian coach in the corner, but make no mistake,
watch the line, listen to me.
His boxer will be bringing the heat. Naim Ramaj of Croatia is the referee. Final instructions issued as we await the opening bell. So we're underway then. 60 kilogram lightweight action in the gold medal bout here at Kielce 2021, and the taller boxer looking to establish that lead left hand that I talked about that has served her so well in the tournament, getting right behind that ramrod left to begin this opening round, scoring with it to both head and body and bringing a backhand through afterwards closely. Right hand lead landed by VINKA. She tries to get onto the front foot, but look at how SHAYAKHMETOVA is able to use the boxing ring. VINKA nudges away with a left hand to the body, tried with a right hook upstairs, but didn't quite find the range. SHAYAKHMETOVA with a really solid lead left hand. And there's a right cross, reverse 1-2s fired out, and the first right hand did get through from the boxer in red. VINKA trying to close the gap and maintaining the attack, but look at how often she is falling short. Then tied up by SHAYAKHMETOVA. Just over a minute gone in the opening round. Beautiful left jab from VINKA. First of all, she feinted with the foot, and then she stamped it again and extended a snaking left hand upwards, which arrived stiff and strong. SHAYAKHMETOVA using that reverse 1-2 and then a conventional 1-2 while up on her toes, getting herself pinned near the neutral corner, so intelligently ties her opponent up and walks her back to the space of center ring, waiting for the referee from Croatia to issue the command of stop and break. VINKA patiently waiting on the outside. She'll undoubtedly trigger an attack behind quick feet, edging her way in, and there it comes once again, but beautiful punch picking off the ropes from SHAYAKHMETOVA after making her opponent fall short. Good right hand lead landed with the heel of the hand. That's not how you're supposed to score, of course. You should land with the knuckle part of the gloves, but VINKA just looking to land leather on her opponent as she looked for a lead left hook, which wasn't too far away. Feet just a little bit untidy there, but she continues her pursuit of her opponent from Kazakhstan all around the boxing ring and does have some success with that final reverse 1-2. So it hasn't been the tidiest of rounds from VINKA. Her feet have been a little bit all over the place as she's gone forwards on occasion, but she has landed some solid shots just as that left hook there. And then with SHAYAKHMETOVA disorganized, she's trying to work her way to the body. So VINKA has edged her way into this round. The more it's gone on is she lands with another left hook, and that's how we characterize their style. Coming in, hooks at short and mid-range, serving her well once again as she lands another right hand, and then a left with SHAYAKHMETOVA on the rope. SHAYAKHMETOVA spins to the space of center ring and tries to re-establish her straights, but he's beaten to the jab. She scores with a good left-right between the gloves at the conclusion of the round, but VINKA getting into the round the more it progressed.
It's a real interesting round, Dan, and she's got 4 out of the 5 cards there, VINKA. And again, I think it's the work she did right towards the end of the round, because before that, I was going SHAYAKHMETOVA's way. In the first minute, she did what you absolutely have to do if you fight someone like VINKA. She's rugged, she's physical, she does quite a lot wrong technically, but she doesn't care because she just wants to do that to get onto the inside. SHAYAKHMETOVA started off the round by stepping to her and hitting her hard with a 1-2. But you can't keep her off forever. She trusts in the process, VINKA. She trusts in her strength and her stamina. And towards the end of the round, she did manage to land some good scoring shots. I made that a close round on balance to try and work out who landed the greater tonnage, if you like, and the judges have just come down on her side. Massive second round coming up now. SHAYAKHMETOVA has got to set those feet and give it to her.
So into the second round we go. Given the conclusion of the first, it's the boxer in blue who perhaps has the momentum, but just as she started the first, SHAYAKHMETOVA setting up her stall in center ring and stiffening out hard lefts and rights. VINKA, aware of that, goes in search of her get back, and again bombing away with that right hand, pinning SHAYAKHMETOVA on the ropes, whose hand is tied up. Bringing to mind Larry Holmes against Mike Tyson during his contest when he went for a right hand, hand got tied up, and he was hit with a left hook which sent him to the deck. Here, SHAYAKHMETOVA has been hit with a count because she was all over the place, got her hand tied up beneath, inside the strands, and VINKA was able to land unanswered punches because she was effectively a one-handed fighter momentarily. So after, oh, that's a terrific left right in response, and SHAYAKHMETOVA is aware of the context of this round now, and is stepping in very effectively indeed behind that lead left jab. But VINKA is teak tough and keeps on coming. Coming forward in a straight line, like a clockwork train, just edging forwards. And then when she gets there, she triggers, but she has the happy knack, if you're a boxer, of finding a home for her punches. Approaching the midpoint of the second round, nice defense by VINKA, tucking up tightly between her gloves and peering between them. The shots of SHAYAKHMETOVA sliding off them. And again, how does that left jab land against a longer, rangier fighter like SHAYAKHMETOVA? But it did, and it landed solidly. Very difficult proposition to box against is VINKA. Here we go again, on coming forward as though on tram lines. Can SHAYAKHMETOVA establish that lead left hand and keep it out there incessantly? Because even when she scored with it, she's getting countered, which I do find rather extraordinary, as an arcing right hand is an eye-catching shot during that cluster from the boxer in blue. So a minute to go in the second round. It was a 4-1 split in favor of VINKA, all but Judge B scoring in favor of the Indian boxer. SHAYAKHMETOVA again up on her toes, looking to establish that stiff left jab that she possesses, but she's just guilty of boxing at VINKA's pace here, and given the context of the opening round, I think she's got to up her work rate and quicken the tempo, because when you allow it to be at this type of slow-mo pace, VINKA's able to come forward and unload her bursts. Surely SHAYAKHMETOVA has got to get onto her higher work rate here, because again in the exchanges VINKA's hanging tough, and it was first and third boxing there from the woman in blue. Terrific success once again, swiveling the head of the woman in red with some heavy-handed assaults. VINKA picking her punches beautifully, and SHAYAKHMETOVA is feeling the pace here, because every time she goes for her own success, she's paying a heavy price from the unerring, accurate punches of VINKA from India.
She's just such a difficult fighter to fight against, and she's got that round 10-9 on all of the judges' scorecards, but I don't think SHAYAKHMETOVA could really have done much more, because she did set her feet, and at the start of the round she pumped out that 1-2 and she hit her hard, and she caught her plenty of times during that fight, but VINKA just walks through it, and it's demoralizing, because she walks through it, gets onto the inside. I mentioned earlier on that you get some fighters who are, here's what I do now, try and stop me fighters, and that's exactly what she is. And you know what too, 10 years ago you would never have seen a fighter like her in an amateur ring, because computer point scoring would have been a complete nightmare for her. But now we're with the 10-point must, and have been since, what, late 2013, before the Men's World Championships. You get these kind of fighters now, and it's terrific to watch. There are quite a lot of technical flaws there, but she's so strong.
So as we go into the third and final round, the boxer wearing blue, VINKA from India, is leading 20 points to 18 for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. SHAYAKHMETOVA has really competed to the full extent of her talent, but despite appearing to be slower, despite appearing to be perhaps less aesthetically pleasing from a stylistic point of view, it is VINKA who has been more effective, matching her opponents in exchanges, and invariably, as the round has progressed, it is VINKA who has got on top in the closing stages of the round. So, problems mounting for the boxer from Kazakhstan here. Again, you see the expression on her face as she's taking hard punches to the body, and during the course of the exchange, she's coming out second best and hits her second standing count of the contest. In AIBA youth boxing, a maximum of 4 standing 8 counts permitted. SHAYAKHMETOVA has taken 2 of them, and she bravely steps back into the breach, going in search of her opponent. But VINKA, you just left with the impression that she will have this type of trade-off all contest long. Minute gone. That's good punch picking from the woman in red. Up on her toes now, but if she's boxing in this type of tenor, she lands another good left-right combination, the most basic combination in the sport. She lands a right cross. It's the 3rd standing count, because VINKA landed with a solid shot during the course of the coming together, and the referee from Croatia may well have seen enough here and elect to call this one off. And indeed he has. So, heartbreak for Zhuldyz SHAYAKHMETOVA in her bid for World Championship gold. She has been stopped in the 3rd round of a contest where she was trailing 20 points to 18 for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Completely contrasting emotions over in that blue corner, and that is what can happen in sport in general and boxing in particular. These 2 boxers identical in weight, and Zhuldyz SHAYAKHMETOVA absolutely heartbroken, having come up short in her bid for World Championship gold. And this, well, we're taking a look at what proved to be the final denouement, because their heavy-handed accuracy of VINKA was eye-catching indeed.
I was shaking my head because VINKA's just run her over. SHAYAKHMETOVA is a good fighter, a good technical fighter, and she cracked her hard a number of times, but it just wasn't enough.
It is bad. Win by WC in the 3rd round. On the blue corner, VINKA, India.
VINKA of India is the women's 60kg lightweight champion. A terrific performance here at the 2021 AIBA Youth World Boxing Championships. And she prevails. Her 5th bout of the tournament.